Hey everybody, it's Kenny Lloyd, and no, you all are not catching me off camera pouring some champagne. No, I'm deliberately pouring it. And why? Because we have cause to celebrate. You know, we have been on this tour. I want to congratulate every person that has taken a lead in every city that we've been to for participating in this tour, because the Year of Miracles tour is really grown legs and it's grown wings. And each of the people, Denise Lee, Erwin and Twyla Portis, Greg and Lanika Scott, we just left Raleigh, and each place we leave is getting bigger and the spirit is greater. I mean, we just left Raleigh and they had over 1,000 people in Raleigh, and this is a regional, and there's always a story behind the story. Jack and the corporate staff, they came out and they really got a chance to hear the stories of some of our new nationals, because after every event, and this is why you really want to get to nationals as soon as possible, we have a dinner, and it's for nationals and above. And what we do at this dinner is very, very special. We allow the recent promoted nationals and globals to get up and speak. And what they actually do is take their mask off, because you all know, like I know, that when you're out here and you're beginning your journey, you're really wearing a mask. You really don't want people to see who you really are, what you're really going through. But, your pain becomes your process, and your process becomes your story. And at this dinner, people get up in front of the room and they introduce themselves and they really take their mask off and share their journey, their pain, but they talk about where they are now and how blessed they are. And it's so funny because, I get on Facebook and I see people talking about leadership and talking about, superficial. They always, listen, we're not in these meetings talking about how nice our cars are, our homes and our rings and watches. People in here crying, okay, telling their story and just feeling so blessed to have restored themselves and how they really feel, man. And it is something very special. So my hats go off to the entire leadership group in Raleigh, because it was incredible. And I want everybody to know that there's been a change. The outpour was so great, and Jack and I have really been talking, and Jack is going to talk about this a little more, that corporate has really wanted to do a grand opening at the corporate office. I mean, some of you all have seen pictures, and but it is an incredible facility, and they really wanted to do it right, and timing is everything. So Jack and I had a conversation with James Dentley, because I know you all in Chicago, you were hoping that we would pull this off, and what, James really made a decision to make the sacrifice, because we knew that everybody, the leadership, and anybody who wants to come to the corporate office, man, that grand opening is just going to be special, and the timing was perfect. So we decided to reschedule Chicago. And James, I appreciate it, and I want you all to know, in Chicago, those of you all who purchased tickets, that listen, if you want a refund, we can work it out. We can get you a refund. Don't worry about that. If you want to hold on until the next scheduled date, you could do that, but we're going to work it out, whatever we need to do. But we do want you to know that Chicago is only a hop, skip, and jump from Michigan. So those of you all who would like to come in, you're welcome to. As a matter of fact, what I will do, that not only are we going to do the grand opening, but we're really going to relaunch Detroit, Michigan. So on the 14th, because we're going to go in there on the 13th, and I think that's correct, Jack, right? The 13th.
Yes, yes, sir.
And but on the 14th, at the Embassy Suites Hotel in Southfield, Michigan, at 28100 Franklin Road, and that is 48034. That's the Embassy Suites. We're going to do a Super Saturday, and we're going to relaunch the city. All the leaders around the country are going to be at this event, and here's what I'm going to do for Chicago. If you drive in from Chicago, you get in free, okay? The event, it's only $10 to get in, and but if you drive in from Chicago, you get in free, okay? So we're looking forward to seeing you all. I mean, from all around, man. You all want to be a part of this, because it's going to be epic. Because I mean, it's really going to make history, and there's going to be a lot of photo ops. There's going to be video. So it'll be good for you to be in the video and be seen. So we want you all to know about Chicago. Also, we want to talk about after Chicago, and I don't want to put too much emphasis on this because, I mean, after Detroit, because I don't want you all to not think about Michigan. All right, because we know everybody loves Miami, baby, okay? And Stormy Wellington's in Miami, and she promises that Miami's going to be larger than life. And you all know Stormy. You know she's going to kill herself trying to make it larger than life, okay? And she will probably achieve it. And so that's June 11th, okay? June 11th, you'll see some banners come out about Miami, man. I'm excited about Miami, but more, as much, if not more, I'm really excited about the grand opening in Michigan because this is our company. You need to see this. You need to be a part of this. So we're inviting everybody, but I'm going to let Jack talk about that a little more. Then I want to talk about Atlanta. Atlanta.
Stole my leg.
Jack, I'm going to give you your time, man. Can you just wait? You know, I mean, like, Jack, I can see Jack. He's sitting back there like, come on, Kenny, can I talk now? Jack, give me 1 second, sir, okay? All right? So, I think you saw on the bill, on the banner, Jack, it said Kenny and Jack. I don't think it said Jack. Did it say Rocky? Hey, man, listen, so, man, anybody who knows us, man, this is the kind of company we are, man. We just have fun. And that's what we're all about. We just have fun. But, so I talked about Miami. Atlanta, July 22nd and 23rd. Look, I can't talk enough about what's going to happen in Atlanta. It's going to be a 2-day event, okay? It's going to be a super regional. Now, it's not our national, but it's a super regional because our national is going to be in February, okay? And that's a corporate sponsor. What we're doing here is sponsored by the field. And, you know, our corporate has allowed us the ability to do these events. So it's going to be a 2-day event, okay? Tickets are $169, but let me tell you what you're getting for $169. Friday night is Directors Night. We are going to do recognition, and we're going to recognize directors, executive directors, and regional directors, and it is for you. It's about you. It is not a night that is about nationals, global. It is about you all because I want you to know. And, you know, Jack and I, John Licari, we always talk about this is that, man, you all, directors and executive directors and regionals, you are the fuel that keeps the fire going in TLC, and we will never forsake you. There's no separation here. It's never a situation in TLC where if you are a director, executive director, or regional, you're less than. I think that there is a, you have to earn your way up. But listen, man, we love you guys, man, and we know that you all are just nationals in training. So Friday night is all about directors, executive directors, and regionals. And Saturday night is going to be an incredible night. Starting Saturday morning at 10 a.m. And all this information is going to be available on the global1team.com site. But Saturday morning is going to be next level training. We're going to have some, and here's the good thing. You're not going to see the same faces. See, one of the things about our leadership, man, we don't have to be the faces on the stage at all times. There are going to be some new faces on stage. We're going to have some directors on the stage. We're going to have some executive directors because we want you all to be able to tell the new people how to begin the elevation, and restoration. I mean, listen, we know that the truth and the power of TLC is not about the 2-year stories that people have been around for 2.5 years, a year. It's about the 30, 60, and 90-day stories, the people that are coming in. So we're very excited about the next level training. And then Saturday night, we're going to do TLC Got Talent, okay? We know that people, I've seen it. There's a young lady here in Texas, Pinky. Pinky, if you get on here, I'm singing your praises, man. She's one of the most gifted people. You take Jaleel, out of Philly, man. Jaleel plays the drums. It is unbelievable. I got a chance to hear him. But there are a lot of people that have talent. We want that talent to be recognized. And yes, I know some people saying, well, yeah, it was supposed to happen in New Orleans. Hey, man, that was months ago. It's going down this time. I want you to know 100%. So stay tuned because there's going to be a website. It's going to be an email address that we're going to give you. We want you to send videos, and we're going to have about 6 or 7 acts that night, and then it's going to be an all-white party after that, man. And you know how we party, so you don't want to miss it. And look, I don't want you all to sit back and wait for the tickets to be discounted because read my lips and hear my voice and look in my eyes. I'm going to do this once. The tickets will not be discounted, okay? The tickets are as they are. They're $169. They're not going down. But I will tell you this, that they are going fast. So if you want to sit back and wait last minute, we only have limited seating this time, okay, because it is just a super regional corporate. Man, we have some surprise appearances. It's going to be incredible. So go to globaloneteam.com and you can purchase your tickets now. And we have information about it. So what I really want to do now is I really, before I turn it over, again, I want to say that I recognize my business partner, Twyla Portis. You know, Twyla's been hit the road. Everybody knows that Twyla lost her husband, Irwin, and it was a big loss to all of us. But, you know, the thing about it is that I watched Twyla, and I see why Twyla's always been successful because, you know, she hasn't laid down. She hasn't been in absolute mourning. She's mourning within, but, man, she knows that she has responsibility, you know, and she really loves what she's doing, and she understands the platform that Irwin left for her. So she's been on the road. She was in Miami, Connecticut. So I want to publicly say, man, that, you know, that Twyla is a soldier, man. I would choose her to go to battle with me anytime, and I want everybody, you know, in the company, everybody on this hangout, to at night include her in their prayers because, listen, even the strongest get weak sometimes. So, Twyla, I love you, man, and I respect what you're doing. And listen, we got you, okay? So having said that, that's my time. I really want to turn it over to to our CEO. We have some big things brewing, and man, I'm telling you, man, you know, our CEO is one of the most down-to-earth guys that you ever meet, and he's one of the hardest workers. You all just don't understand at that level the complexity of the day-to-day, you know, the things that, you know, he has to battle. But, you know, he still wants to take time to get on this hangout, which he could be spending time doing anything, you know, anything. But he really wants to address you all. So it gives me great pleasure to bring our CEO, Mr. Jack Fallon. Jack, are you there?
Yes, sir. Can you hear me?
Loud and clear, sir. Floor.
All right. Thank you for that introduction. You did take everything on my list and used all my material. That's why you asked me about that, I can see. Well, I just want to get back to this is really, really important. You know, obviously, you know, Twyla, I love you, and I really appreciate that dinner that you and I had a chance to have, and you're just doing, you know, you're an amazing human being, and the world's a lot better off with you. So I appreciate you. But I wanted to get back to that dinner, Kenny, that you mentioned, nationals and above. That is a special, special dinner, and I quite really, you know, I understood it, but I really didn't understand that, and I do want to take my hat off to you for putting that together, because what is going on at that dinner is just amazing. I mean, these people are literally, you know, you're saying taking off the mask, but they're literally opening up, you know, what they've experienced in life and where they want to go with, you know, with TLC, and you know, what did it take to get to where they are with TLC now. I mean, there is just never a dry eye in the house. I mean, that meeting is so special. So I do appreciate that so much, and I know our corporate team got to experience that and Raleigh leadership obviously did a tremendous job. I appreciated everything that you guys executed. It was the energy, you know, you could say you go to meetings and you could say, well, we had thousands of people and we had people do this, that, and the other. It just, what I've noticed on this tour, again, goes back to the leadership's idea on this tour. This tour is amazing because of the energy. The room is filled with, you know, 1,000 to 1,500 people, but they're all of the same energy. You're almost like in a dream state because of the emotion that's going on in that room. It's just, you cannot replicate that. So that tour is amazing. I know everybody needs to be a part of that. At least get there, feel the energy. I know the corporate staff. I got, you know, obviously extended corporate staff now are wanting to get to the next tour event. So we do have May 13th for the grand opening in Detroit. Thanks to James Dentley for letting us throw that in there. It's our fault. We, you know, and you know, it's you know, it's obviously our fault that it's been so long that Kenny and I have been on not have been on a hangout. Things are moving at such a pace right now that we're just, man, we're busy 24/7. I mean, it literally, the whole world is calling for TLC. So what we're doing obviously is you know, we keep making sure our foundation is for the expansion and it's strong enough to accept the world. And what I mean by that is that we really have a global plan, and all of you are part of that global plan. And for us to do that, we have to make sure things are in place. So, and we're growing obviously in the United States tremendously. 2 weeks we had a record. This week already, what are we? May? What? Wait, not May. Monday night, we're on pace to hit another record this week. So my hats are off to every one of you. I think that the spirit of TLC is just keeps growing. It's really mind-boggling. I don't have any words for you. Just the feeling is so difficult to put in words. So I appreciate everyone else out there just working as hard and sharing the vision, and also letting me personally at least, letting me obviously steer the ship, because TLC is your company as well as mine, as Kenny, as Johnny's, as the ladies that's cleaning the office right now. It belongs to all of us. So I'm humbled and honored to be your servant and drive the ship. So I push and we push and we push here. So I appreciate that from every one of you. Miami, obviously, I have down as well. That's going to be a tremendous event. And then we have Uno 3. Some of the conversations going on are obviously it's directed. It's going to be in Spanish. It's to take care of Central and South America, our Spanish speaking culture. But again, you can go to this event. So I've heard some people say, well, I really want to go to the event, but I really don't have anybody in that on those teams, or it's not gonna, I'm not building in Central and South America. It doesn't matter. We're one family here. It's going to be a tremendous resort. I think the pricing it's all inclusive. So if you just want to go and obviously experience a different culture that the way TLC is building, you're invited. You're more invited. We want you to come there. It doesn't matter what language you speak, Korea, Japanese, English. Just get to all the events and experience it. We will have the headsets so you can hear the event in English. There'll be translation. It's at a beach resort, all inclusive. You just got to go there. It's an amazing experience, to say the least. Big things obviously are continuously happening. You're pushing us to keep up with that. The demand is amazing. The back office will be changing soon. The front office is going to be changing soon. That you're going to see. We're going to have mobile, where you can be able to take orders finally over your phone. We're implementing that. We're getting what we did is we're growing at such a pace, so we're employing the best consultants, the best attorneys, the best accountants, the best ad agencies. So what we did is we never want TLC to ever be stagnant. So what you're going to start seeing, I think you're going to be really impressed. We went to the best branding minds in the world and said, listen, we love our brand, our folks, our family, they love our brand. But guess what? We think we could do better on all aspects. Websites, designs, labels, products, the look and feel of TLC. And I said, here, they said, well, what do you want to do? Do you just want us to do a little bit? I said, no. Do you want us to do a lot? I said, well, here's my definition of what I need from you. I took a white piece of paper and I said, start from the beginning. I really want this thing to be the multi-million-dollar company that all of us created together. I really want it to show like that. So you're going to see some tremendous things happening. They're being worked on a daily basis behind the scenes. I appreciate our corporate team. They're doing amazing things, customer service, shipping. I appreciate everyone over there. They enjoy the challenge, and we're giving it to them. So it's just a great feeling. Obviously, we have summer coming up, so you're going to see some summer product packages. The tour is going to continue. You got to be part of that tour. Just get to one, at least one. If you get to one, you're going to want to go to all of them. It's just so many positive things going on. I don't want to take up too much time tonight because I know, time's your most valuable commodity for sure. And you're going to start seeing some emails with some more activity as far as what to look for, a calendar to keep you guys up to date. So everything is just going tremendous, but more importantly, it's not just going tremendous. It's going spiritually, it's going at a higher magnitude. It's hard to put in words. It's like every day we come in here, and I think all of the corporate team in all offices, again, I hate to forget the offices in El Salvador, Colombia, Mexico. All those people are fighting the fight for us as well. Peru, they're doing some tremendous things. We just set up a big distribution to help the Ecuador. They had a big earthquake, so we have our guys on the ground over there, and they're help rebuilding Ecuador. I mean, everybody is part of this cause. They're part of this mission. So the corporate team here, it's just so they bought into it, right? It's coming to the tour helps. They see the people telling the stories, the kids, the grandmas, the middle aged, the people from the income, from the product, from it's overwhelming. It truly is. And so with that being said, now they're part of it, and it just creates such a synergy. So things are really moving at a for our whole career. So again, I don't want to take up too much time. I know Kenny's got some more words, which isn't unusual, but he's I don't want to take up too much of his time either. So I just want to say thank you from the bottom of my heart. I'm going to press to get some to do this at least once a week, or at least every 2 weeks. But again, you're going to be coming up on the dates. You're going to be seeing a lot of changes. Thank you for creating another record week. It's amazing. I can't even put it into words, Kenny. We're just obviously all truly blessed.
All right, thanks, Jack. But here's the thing I want you all to pay attention to. Jack is not home. You got to understand that in Detroit, Michigan, it's like 10 o'clock right now, 10 p.m. And Jack and John LeCar, they're in the office. Here is 9 o'clock. I mean, I'm in my office, and I think this is indicative of our commitment. This is why, we drive, and I think it's important that we all lead by example. There are a couple of housekeeping things I want to go over, because as we begin to grow, the microscope homes in on us, and people are really watching us, and we don't want to make the kind of mistakes that create problems for a lot of companies that do business irresponsibly. And so these are a couple of compliance things. I've seen videos, I've seen on Facebook, videos of meetings, and I've seen a couple people on there making medical claims. Guys, we can never, here's the key. If you're unsure about what not to say, let me give you one word you never use: cure. You don't ever want to use the word cure, okay, because that word could really kill this opportunity, okay, or create a lot of legal fees for the company. And we don't want that to happen. So cure, you keep that out of your vocabulary. You can't be, please keep cure out. The next thing is the income statements. Income. Yeah, listen, you have to be careful getting in front of a room and talking about, I earned this amount of money in this part in this amount of time. Listen, if you really watch people who really make money, they never talk about their money. Guys, we're past that now. We don't have anything to prove about the success of TLC and that people are making money. People who make money never talk about their money, and that's a fact. Look, please refrain from that, because that's another thing that can get us in trouble. We don't need you in front of a room talking about I earned $300,000 in this period of time, $200,000. Please listen. Just let your lifestyle do the talking. Okay? Let the duplication. See, it's not about you. It is about how many other people have you helped make money. And that's when you become significant. That's all it's about. We just want to become significant in other people's lives by duplicating the life that we have. Not necessarily lifestyle, man, just the peace of mind. And that's what we're trying to duplicate. Showing people how to earn $250 a week simply by just doing home parties. Man, that's the simplicity of who we are, and that will keep us out of trouble. Here's the last one, and I think this is the biggest one, because it speaks to the integrity or lack of integrity of leadership, and it's cross-recruiting. Cross-recruiting is a cancer, and it's very, very unnecessary. And I really believe that a lot of times the cross-recruiting are the actions of desperate people. Either you're desperate or you have no character, because to go and convince somebody that's already in the business to leave somebody's team and then come over to your team, I think that's horrible, and I'm telling you that we have no place for it over here. If the last thing we want to happen is for the company to implode because of the actions of a couple unscrupulous people. We've talked about this. Now, some of you have seen, because corporate has been sending out some letters to people that have switched over to other lines, and we found out, and they have terminated the line, the second line, and they haven't terminated the people, which speaks to the company, but they're making people go back. So I'm asking you all to please refrain from cross-recruiting, because it kills the trust that we must have as leaders working together. We've got to be able to trust each other. I've got to trust that if I'm here, that I can send somebody to Philadelphia and someone not try to steal them, you know, because it just kills us. So listen, these are small things, okay, that we just have to tweak and get better at. But guys, we're on the right track. We're doing incredible things. Every meeting we have, when we do that dinner, we're averaging 7 new promotions, and I'm talking about of national and above. We're averaging like 7 new nationals at every, I mean, from month to month, 7 new nationals, or maybe a couple of globals that are standing in front of the room, and that is the most beautiful thing. If only one person was at the top enjoying success, then that's not success. But when you have, you know, hundreds of people enjoying success, that's true success. So listen, we thank you all very much for joining this hangout this evening. We hope that you got something that you wanted. Jack and I are going to do it a little more frequently, but again, like you said, man, with this growth comes a lot of responsibility, and we're both very busy, but we're going to get better at it. And believe me, Jack leads the way with wanting to do these things, man. I mean, he's on me about getting in front of you all and sharing as much information as we can. So I appreciate that, Jack. Jack, if you don't have anything else to say, man, we can bring this to a close.
Yes, no. I appreciate everyone's effort. It's amazing. Like I said, we're having another great week, and again, all the accolades go to the field. And again, have a great night. Thank you for your time, and we're gonna be here a lot more frequent. So thank you, Kenny. By the way.
Thank you, Jack. I'm gonna end it with this saying that a lot of people at the end of the week, man, they're bombarding corporate and asking for favor. And I'm gonna say this: that if you begin your Friday with a sense of urgency, Thursday will never be an emergency. Okay? So thank you all very much. Listen, God bless you. You all going out there and get them, man. Let's change some lives. Thank you very much.
Thank you.